world. B Marsh Boxing back at it with another boxing video. So big fights over there in Leeds, England, Yorkshire, United Kingdom, man. Leeds' own son, Josh Warrington, yet again, he gets a home fight in that stadium over there where the Leeds United team play, right? Or is it in an arena? This time I think it was in an arena. Excuse me, it wasn't in a stadium. But Josh Warrington fights this Mexican kid by the name of Luis Alberto Lopez. Josh Warrington, Luis Alberto Lopez came into this fight 26 wins and two losses with 15 KOs. Josh Warrington came into this fight with 34 Ws. I think he had like two losses and one draw. Maybe he had one loss. I think he had lost to the Mauricio Lara. That was his only loss, if I'm not mistaken. And Josh Warrington, he's very feather fisted as far as his punching KO ratio, eight KOs. And Josh Warrington, man, he got off to a bad start, and I think that was what set up the tempo for this particular fight. You know, the man Luis Martinez, he didn't just stand there and brawl with the man Josh Warrington, because that's what Josh Warrington like to do. That's his style. He's really a guy. He knows he's compromised as far as his punching power goes, so he likes to make it a dirty, rough and rugged fight from close range. The Mexican knew what's really good with the man Josh Warrington, and he stayed on the outside, using his jab. You know what I mean? Fighting from the outside, sometimes closing the distance, fighting from mid range. But he had more success when he kept the man Josh Warrington at bay. Yeah, I mean, he was definitely using his jab. Josh Warrington got his nose leak. Josh Warrington nose was leaking from the first round. You know what I mean? The man, what's his name? Luis Alberto Lopez was throwing some nice uppercuts in there. He was really putting it on the man. Um, Josh Warrington had his nose leaking from round one. Round one, I give it to Lopez. Round two, Josh Warrington, you know how he do dirty tactics, trying to fight rough and rugged on the inside, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you start using elbows and your head for defense mechanism, that's when you already know that the man Josh Warrington is up to no good. And sure enough, man, he head butted the man Lopez. Lopez was leaking from his right eye. You know what I mean? You check it. The referee had to stop the fight. You know what I mean? And give the man a little warning. And they considered that the leaking eye from Lopez was due to a headbutt, not a punch. And anybody could see that. You know what I mean? The cut over his left eye in the second round, they considered it an accidental headbutt. You know what I mean? Which is neither here nor there, because Josh Warrington is a guy. That's how he fights. I mean, them fellas like to fight. To me, you know, Josh Warrington, he's not that confident in his style of fighting, especially when a guy doesn't want to stay on the inside and make it a rough and rugged brawl. You know what I mean? But the Mexican did well to recover from the accidental headbutt. I still gave him round two, although he got his head the eye clash. I'm sorry, the cut above his left eye. Round three was the first round I gave to Josh Warrington. You know what I mean? Josh Warrington had his leaping left hooks. You know what I'm saying? Throwing some nice body shots in there. But rounds four and five, I give it to Lopez. You know what I mean? Lopez was just also going to the body, but boxing. You know what I mean? He was boxing with the guy. You would think that the Mexican would engage in a Mexican style type of fight. No, no, no. He knows what Josh Warrington want to do. He kept at bay. He used his jab, threw that right hand, the left uppercut, left hooks, and also throwing some nice shots to the body. You know what I mean? Round six, it was the second round I gave to Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington, staying on the inside, rough and rugged style. The man was just ripping to the body, really throwing more power shots and more volume punching in round six. Round 7 through 10, I gave it to the guy. What's his name? Um, Lopez. The man Josh Warrington, he just couldn't figure this guy out. I mean, he couldn't figure out the style of the man. What's his name? Lopez. You know what I mean? Lopez was giving him a hard time on the inside. I'm sorry, from the outside, and Josh Warrington was just, you know, he couldn't adjust and make adjustments. You know what I mean? You check it. You just kept holding. There was a lot of holding in this fight. You know, a lot of holding from Josh Warrington. Excuse me. And you know, the referee had to keep separating them. You know what I mean? But Lopez, man, he was also throwing his also leading with some right hooks, but his jab and staying on the outside was his bread and butter. You know what I mean? Josh Warrington's the type of guy who would try to lead with his shoulders at times. You know what I mean? Try to get on the inside, but it just wasn't working out for him. You know what I mean? But I gotta give it up to Josh Warrington for rounds 10 through 12. Rounds 10, 11, and 12, I give it to the man Josh Warrington. You know what I mean? He made a nice little comeback. You know, he had a little hometown pride, you know. So I'm throwing some nice left hooks from the inside and even hurt the man in like round, what was it, round 11 and 12, especially round 11. He hurt the man Lopez with a big left hook. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, Josh Warrington, you know, it was just a little too late. Just a little too late, you know what I'm saying? You know, the man was in his home country. He decided to step on the gas and apply pressure on the Mexican Lopez, you know, kept his high guard up. You know what I'm saying? He used his jab to get on the inside. And, you know, he was chasing the man Lopez. You know, Lopez really didn't look good in the last 3 rounds. He almost blew his opportunity to win this world title fight. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. But the man Lopez, I had him winning this fight, y'all. I had him winning this fight 7 rounds to 5. Now you know this fight is in England, in the man's home country. I'm saying, but the man Lopez won a majority decision, and I'm glad the judges had it like I did, 7 rounds to 5. Two judges had it 7 rounds to 5, 115, 113. One judge, Howard Foster, had the fight 114 to 114. You know what I mean? A draw. So the man Lopez wins a majority decision, and the right man won. I was shocked. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. When they said that the man Lopez won the fight, I was in disbelief because I thought they was gonna rob him. You know what I mean? Now it's obvious this man Josh Warrington. Now you see why Josh Warrington has never even considered unifying any of the straps that he's had. You know what I mean? You know, or at least this IBF strap. He's never considered really unifying because he already knows what's the outcome. Josh Warrington is just really a domestic fighter, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You check it, just a domestic fighter. You know, he got to fight. He never even really avenged his loss to the Mauricio Lara guy. You know, Josh Warrington, man, is the kind of guy he thinks these Mexicans is easy work. He never and he's having fits with them. You know what I mean? Whether it was Mauricio Lara, you know, he did stop the man Kiko Martin, but he's not Mexican. Excuse me, he's Spanish from Spain. Luis Alberto Lopez is a Mexican tonight who's the new IBF champ and well deserved. You know what I mean? It's obvious this guy he never tried to unify because man, if he fought fellas like Leo Santa Cruz, who I don't even really rate that much, man, he'd give him the business. You know what I mean? Carlos Navarrete, or Navarrete, Emmanuel Navarrete. Well, he's no longer actually a featherweight. He's fighting at 130, and actually his next fight gonna be at 135. But these are the guys that the man don't want to fight because he knows what the potential outcome will be. You know what I mean? Even Kiko Martinez, I believe in the fight was a majority decision. He never avenged, gave the man Kid Galahad another opportunity. Kid Galahad did win the strap, but he lost it in his first title defense, if I'm not mistaken, to Kiko Martinez. Got knocked the F out. Now, Luis Alberto Lopez came into this fight with two losses, okay? One was a split decision, and he also lost to this kid named Ruben Villa. Yeah, I mean, was a prospect, an American prospect, who lost to Emmanuel Navarrete probably in, I don't know, in 2020 or something. You know what I mean? So congratulations to the new IBF featherweight champion of the world. Not much of a big surprise as far as Josh Warrington losing because, like I said, he's really a British domestic fighter. You know what I mean? He's a kind of guy who don't really want to test himself, and he thinks these Mexicans are sweet. And actually, really and truly, it looks like the Mexican guys like Mauricio Lara, Luis Lopez, Alberto Lopez, they Josh Warrington kryptonite. B March Boxer, leave your thoughts and comments. I had this fight 7 rounds to 5, 115, 113. Let me know how you guys saw it in the comment section. And I'll catch you on the next one. I'm gone. Peace.